After 25 years, I was able to confirm my only paranormal experience actually happened. This is my first Rashtanmana, and I'm only sharing this because of the update I recently got. I 33 am a skeptic when it comes to anything paranormal. And now, why? I generally don't believe anything related to the paranormal, and would find explanations for what may be deemed paranormal, that is, except for one W. It happened to me and my siblings back in 2000. My family, my parents and 2 younger siblings, lives with our grandmother in a secondary house. Our family. Lai lives on the ground floor, whereas my grandmother has the second floor to herself. My parents have a separate room while my siblings and I share the same room in separate beds. Our bedroom and our parents' bedroom was connected by a shared bathroom. My grandmother usually comes to our room and use as our bathroom to pee. I guess it was to check up on us while our parents weren't home yet. Anyway, one night, our parents took an unusually long time to come home. To pass the time, my siblings and I watched Beauty and the Beast in one of those VHS tapes, since it was our favorite Disney movie back then. We were watching the movie for some time when suddenly the door to our room spontaneously opened, and a few seconds later, the door to our toilet opened and closed, and we heard the flushing sound of the toilet. This was followed by the opening of the toilet door and the opening of our bedroom door. I remember my siblings and I being in a state of shock, and we huddled together on the corner of the bed just crying. I also distinctly remember that the television turned to static, and my siblings and I were freaking out the entire time. At that time, my siblings and I were around 9.8 and 5 years old, so we were fully aware of what was happening. Our parents arrived and saw us crying, but they didn't really think anything of it. Next day, my mother took me to the bathroom and told me that my grandmother has passed away. I was certain that I did not tell them about the events had happened the previous night. More than 2 decades have passed, and my siblings and I never really discussed it. And I conveniently thought of that event as a false memory, since I never really got any confirmation from external sources that whatever happened was real, nor was I able to talk about it with my siblings. I lived my life thinking that I never truly had a paranormal experience. Anyway, I am currently doing a PhD in the United Kingdom. Em and I visited my family back home in the Philippines during the holidays. The entire family was in the car, and we were talking about my grandmother's last birthday celebration. We were part Chinese, and she may have been 70 for that birthday, so it was a special celebration and was thus memorable. We were reminiscing about the event, but then my mother suddenly mentioned, "Do you remember about the day she DS and you were crying, even though you did? Didn't you know your grandmother was DD?" She then went into some detail about the events my siblings and I experienced that night. Apparently, my younger sister told my mother about the night when it was her turn to be told about my grandmother's past. Freaked me the fuck out.